folks, I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. We've come out on our first run since heading up country and taking part in the awesome freedom racing SALOMON Serpent Trail 50k. We've got lots to talk about today, from how the race went, up and coming shoe and kit reviews on the channel, and we've also made some big changes to our race calendar for 2021. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and let's get running. It's been a week since the race. I've had a nice rest, eaten lots, rehydrated the system. I've also had a sports massage the other day. Always feel better after a sports massage. Top tip, when you're planning a big race, running long distances, always book a sports massage in before the race. You're more likely to go and have treatment after the race then. And another top tip is always leave it a day after your sports massage to go out for your first run. So how did the race go? Well, we obviously took the cameras up. We made a nice video of the event. If you haven't watched it, I've left a link in the description. Please go and check it out. Obviously, if you have watched it, then you know how the race went. The Serpent Trail 50k is a race I've taken on before. I loved it the first time I ran it. Really lovely conditions, blue sky, sunny weather, dry trails, a really flowing route to run on. And I had a really good day out on the trails. Body played ball, felt good. And I ended up finishing second overall with a PB at 50k. Unfortunately, this year it went slightly differently and I really didn't have a good day out on the trails this year. I've been kind of assessing it, looking back at it, thinking about what I did wrong on the build-up, what I did wrong on the day. Not that I'm trying to make excuses for my performance. You know, these things can happen with ultra running. When you're pushing your body hard over distance, sometimes your body plays ball and things go to plan. And unfortunately, other days, things just don't work out right and you have to grit your teeth and hang on for that finish line. It was definitely a hanging on day, this year's Serpent Trail 50k, that's for sure. But we made it to the finish line. But like I said, looking back, I think the 8.5 hour drive up to the race, after not really driving at all for probably a year and a half, probably had a big impact on my body and how it performed on the day. Also, before the race, myself and Liga was running 100k and she smashed it out of the park. We only got about 3.5 hours sleep before the race, which again isn't ideal prep. I also think conditions on the day had a big part to play in it. It was super wet and really muddy underfoot. I couldn't actually believe how wet and muddy it was. They must have had biblical rain up there compared to what we've had in Cornwall. Again, if you don't believe me, go and check out the video, you'll see what the conditions were like. And temperature wise, it was a bit like it is today. It was overcast, but really muggy, especially at the start of the race. I just couldn't regulate anything. I felt really hot. My heart rate was racing. Breathing felt quite shallow. And I think in the end, that all caught up with me and the body just started to shut down. We got to the finish line. Big thanks to Stuart from TNT, who probably ran the last 7 miles with me. I held him up a bit, but it was a massive support. He really helped drag me to that finish line. And we managed to finish the race in just over 5 hours, so half an hour slower than last time. And my body was proper trashed by the finish. But the weekend was still a massive success. We got to meet up with loads of viewers of the channel, had some great chats with them. Real positive feedback about the channel. Really appreciate all that, guys. It was great meeting you, great chatting to you. And obviously the biggest achievement of the weekend was Liga smashing her first 100k and finishing strong with a big smile on her face, of course, because that's how she runs. We'll definitely be going back up next year, and I think we might have a role reversal, so I think I might run the 100k, haven't run it yet, and Liga might do the 50. It is such an awesome weekend away at the Freedom Racing Serpent Trail. But yeah, that's how the race went. Like I said, there's a link in the description to the video if you want to check out the race video. But we're going to do a steady 7 to 8 miles today, come down to the lovely Hale River, for some nice, flat, easy running. So let's crack on and we'll give you a few more updates about what's going on at the channel. Right, let's get running. So we have got lots of stuff going on at Run4Adventure. We are super busy. Loads of kit and shoe reviews coming up. We've got shoe reviews with Topo Athletic. I'm currently running in the MTN Racer 2. Really happy with the shoe so far. I've done 3 or 4 runs in it. Got to do a couple more runs before we film the full in-depth review. It's a shoe I've been really excited about, having run in the Ultraventure 2, really enjoyed it. I thought I'd be a big fan of this shoe, and so far so good. We got some great tech from Nightcore, head torches, battery packs. We've also got a really cool little emergency whistle from Nightcore that I'm really excited to show you guys on the channel. We've also got some Saucony Endorphin Trail content coming up on the channel very soon. We've had a pair of the shoes for a couple of months now, done lots of running in it, lots of miles on lots of different types of terrain. I've already filmed a couple of videos featuring the shoe. It's a very hyped trail running shoe, that's for sure, and there's been some pretty controversial reviews on the shoe so far. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to show any content up until July the 15th because the shoe's been embargoed in the UK until then, but lots of videos coming your way featuring that shoe very soon. But yeah, loads going on, super busy, but we're going to get to the turning point and then we're going to be heading back home. So we are heading back home. We're what? Nearly 6 miles in, so it's going to be a bit of a longer run than I thought, and my legs are actually feeling surprisingly good, even though they took a complete thrashing at the Serpent Trail. I'm sure it's the massage that's made all the difference. One of the most exciting pieces of news we have to tell you guys is there's been a big change to the race day calendar. With the disappointment of not going out to Chamonix and racing TDS. Hopefully we're still going out there to do some filming, but we're not going to be racing. We've both, myself and Liga, managed to get a place at Transvulcania at the end of October. This is a race that I've run before back in 2015. It was my first sort of experience of a big mountain race, and boy did I make some rookie mistakes. The race is on the beautiful island of La Palma in the Gran Canaries, and it is called the Beautiful Island, and it really is a stunning island. It's pretty much a massive volcano. The island is definitely beautiful, but the race can be really brutal. It's about 73k in length and it has 4,200 meters of elevation, and you run up to the highest point on the island, Roque Los Muchachos, at 2,400 meters. The race has got a really iconic start at the lighthouse down at sea level, and then you literally run around the lighthouse, hit single trail, and you're basically going up to 2,000 meters for about the first sort of 13 miles of the race. You then drop down to about 1,300 meters, and then you have to make your way all the way up to the highest point at 2,400 meters. Some real tough climbs, lots of loose sandy conditions underfoot, and then once you make it up to the highest point, you've got a severely steep 20-kilometer descent on some really tricky technical trails and some pretty sketchy trails at that. Some really steep descents, a beautiful section of zigzag trails as you work down to Tazacorte, and then a horrible bit of dry riverbed, and then a 300-meter climb to the finish. It really is an iconic race, a race I love. I've been wanting to go back and do that race some justice for a long time, so happy to be going back. Great that Liga's going to be taking on the main race. Last time we went out, she ran the half marathon and did really well. She's really strong in that environment. We are hopefully taking a group of TNT out with us as well. So hopefully we're going to be going en masse. Obviously, I'm going to be bringing the cameras along and bringing you guys along for the ride. It is such an amazing race. What I've done is I left a link in the description for this great highlights video of the race. Go and watch it, guys. If that doesn't inspire you to go out to La Palma and take on one of the races at Transvulcania, they do a half marathon, they do a marathon, and then the ultra marathon, I don't know what would, because the video really sells the race and it's definitely worth watching. Right, so like I said, we're 7 miles into the run. We've probably got 3 miles to go till we get back home. We got one more thing to talk about, so let's get back on the trails and we'll discuss that on the way back home. The other thing I wanted to discuss on the way back to the flat is Liga. Now, you know Liga on the channel. She does lots of work behind the scenes, that's for sure, and the channel would not be possible without her. She's not a lover of being on camera, but I've been trying to persuade her lately maybe to do a bit on camera in one of the videos coming up on the channel. We've had lots of comments from viewers asking for Liga to maybe review some women's specific products, and to be fair, it's not really her thing, but she has just completed her first 100k. It's quite amazing because Liga, she wouldn't define herself as a runner, you know, she says, I'm not a runner, she just likes to have adventures, and I think if anyone runs for adventure, it is definitely Liga. She trains hard for her events and she puts the effort in because you have to, but I wouldn't say that, again, she lets running consume her life. She does enough to get her through these events. So I think it'd be great if she'd come on the channel and talk about her 100k experience. A lot of people think 100k, you have to be superhuman. It's something that they'll never be able to achieve. And I think Liga is living proof that if you're strong-minded, you put in a bit of work and a bit of effort, then you can achieve these amazing goals, like she did last weekend. So if you think this is a great idea, get in the comments below, encourage her to come on. I think it would be brilliant to have her on the channel, talk through what she did in her training, what she learned while she ran 100k for the first time, talk you through her experience and what she got out of it. I think it'd be brilliant to have that input on the channel. She's probably not going to be very happy with me saying this, but if you guys get in the comments and you're super positive, I'm sure she'll let me off. But you know, I definitely define myself as a runner. Running is a massive part of my life, obviously with the channel, and I work in a running shop, and it always has been a big part of my life, to be honest. So I think it'd be great to get it through the eyes of someone who doesn't really see themselves as a runner, you know. Liga might train for an event for 2-3 months, do the event, she might not run for 4, 5, 6 months after that until she's come up with another adventure. So like I said, I think it'd be great to have her point of view on the channel of training and pushing through to that finish line of her first 100k, and I think you guys would really appreciate it as well. So we'll see if we can get her on the channel soon, guys. So that's it, we've got half a mile to go to home. It's going to be about 9.5 miles by the end of this run, and the legs are feeling great, so I'm dead chuffed about that. Really hope you've enjoyed coming along on our first run since the SALOMON Serpent Trail 50k, and you've enjoyed hearing about what's been going on behind the scenes, what's coming up on the channel with kit reviews, product reviews, and also that exciting change to our race calendar for 2021. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, it's always appreciated. We will see you back on the channel very soon, and as always, stay safe and keep on running. I almost forgot, I don't know whether you eagle-eyed viewers have noticed the very snazzy Run4Adventure technical apparel that I'm wearing. A massive thanks to everyone who pre-ordered. All the pre-orders have been sent out, whether you ordered a vest or a tee, whether you're in Australia, America or in the UK. They've all been sent out. I really hope they arrive safe and sound and you love your products. Hope you wear them with pride, I really do. There is some stock still available, very limited stock. We've got technical vests and tees in women's and men's sizes. They're on the website, they're in the merch store, but they are super limited and they are going to sell out super fast. So if you want to get one, guys, get on there quick and get your orders in. But like I said before, thanks for watching, guys. It's really appreciated. Thanks for the support.